Now, if you find a food that reverses inflammations, a food that helps remove stomach gas, a food that deals with constipation, a food that calms you down, a food that is 0 calorie, almost 0 calorie, won't you be going for it? And I bring you one today, and that is the soursop leaves. Now, a lot of us have heard so much about the soursop fruit and how potent it is in dealing with diseases like cancers. But you may not have heard that even the leaves, the fresh soursop leaves or dried one, is even as potent, if not more potent, than the fruit. Why did I say more potent? Because it's not a source of sugar. Remember that the soursop fruit is a source of sugar. And when you are consuming or dealing with any disease and consuming any food that comes with sugar, you must be aware of consuming excess sugar. Because the moment the sugar comes in excess, it's going to begin to cause inflammations for you and going to defeat the real purpose. And so, in this very video, I want to share 14 things that happens or begins to happen to you the moment you begin to boil the soursop leaves as part of your diet and begin to consume it. Number 1, it's going to tone down your blood pressure. And this is not just a joke, it's going to really bring down your blood pressure. And so, if you are one that is dealing with high blood pressure or trying to manage blood pressure, this is the very herbal tea you should be drinking from time to time. Remembering also that it is naturally caffeine free. It's a source of potassium. It contains most of the nutrients that helps you with blood pressure. This is something that has been tested. Helping to reduce blood pressure. So if you don't even have blood pressure, you have to be cautious with it. Number 2 thing that is going to happen to you, start sleeping well. If you be dealing with insomnia, especially menopausal women, you need to start including this very, very herb as part of your food. Some of you already have it around your backyard. Take a few of the leaves, about 7, 8 leaves or 9, depending on the size of the leaf. Some are quite wide. Wash it, boil with a cup or 2 cups of water, and take part of it in a glass and drink. That's all. Then number 3 thing that is going to be happening to you is going to reduce anxiety feeling. You feel calm all the time. There's too much stress in our environment. So a lot of people are having that anxiety feeling. It's part of menopausal symptom anyway. Women have it. Anxiety attack. When you lie down, you are not easily calmed down to sleep. It's going to resolve that. And guess what? You are going to be feeling that calmness that comes when you lie down and makes you to sleep. Number 4 thing that is going to be taking out gas from your stomach. If you're one that's often having bloated stomach and gas, it's going to deal with it. You will notice it happening immediately you take it. If you have been battling with fibroid, tumor, start taking this tea. There's been so many testimonies about this very, very leaves when it comes to fibroid. And that is the much I know so much about it. It's one of the reasons I've not been really taking it, because I felt it's just for high blood pressure. But surprisingly, number 6, it deals with insulin resistance. That's what I just noticed lately. And so diabetics can benefit perfectly from this very, very herb by including it in your diet. And then the 7th one is it aids your digestion. You don't have to worry having a problem with your digestion. Just after your meal or even before your meal, whichever one, take some of it and drink. It also supports your heart because of the nutrients that are needed, such as calcium, such as potassium, and several others. It says heart supporting herb, naturally caffeine free. It's not a stressor. And then it deals with constipation. If you are having problem removing excess waste from your colon, this is also one of the teas you should be taking occasionally to help you to remove the excess waste from your body. Remember that when those wastes are allowed to stay for too long, increases toxins in your body. and it's an immune suppressor. And so this is one of the teas that you should be including to help deal with constipation with ease. It is also one of the teas you should be drinking if you want to lose weight. Lose weight in a healthy way. Why? Because it is a source of iron, important minerals, folate. Remember that the older adults are not expected to take synthetic iron blood tonic because they are inflammatory. They cause inflammations for you. And so those of you who are still hoping on, multivitamins with iron to raise your iron, that's a big mistake. This is one of the teas, one of the natural foods you should be taking, especially for older adults, those in their 60s. Menopausal women, this is one of the teas you should be. Remember that it's also a blood thinner. Yes, it's a blood thinner. And blood thinning foods are great for your blood pressure. Blood thinning foods are great for menopausal women. It's a blood thinner. And so guess what? It supports your eyes too. Yes, you want to improve your sight. Like those of us using, it's a good eye protector. The next, it's also great for your liver. If you are having a fatty liver or you want to support your liver naturally, this is also one of the very herbs that is naturally caffeine free that you should be including in your diet. It's also a good tea for your kidney when taken moderately because it's not too high in acid. Yes, as a matter of fact, it's not acidic. That should be the level. It's not acidic, so you don't need to worry about increasing acid in your body. This is very alkaline. That's one of the good sides of it. It's also naturally caffeine free. It doesn't contain caffeine. Caffeine is a stressor. And when you take herbal teas that are high in caffeine, over time they're going to create things like anxiety attack, anxiety feelings. They're going to be stressing you, keeping you awake, and several other negative effects when you take teas like black tea, green tea, and the rest of it. A source of folate also, calcium. It may help reduce the risk of stroke in older adults, particularly women who are in their menopausal years. This is one of the herbs you should be including to reverse a host of diseases, including arthritis. As a matter of fact, I found it that these things and much more begins to happen to you the moment you start consuming the soursop leaf tea. But don't forget, you must not take it too much. It's not one of the conventional teas that you consume on a daily basis, maybe by adding your milk or whatever. But once in a while, you get some leaves of the soursop, about 8 leaves or 9, wash in a running water, just boil simply for about 5-6 minutes. Then take part of it and drink after your either dinner or whichever food. And then that may be all for the day. But for those that are trying to manage blood pressure, you can take it morning and evening. And you definitely will notice a drastic drop in your blood pressure. Some of you already have these herbs around you. Don't forget, moderation remains our rule. And click the subscription button for more messages like this. Thank you for watching. See you again.